Happy Saturday, foodie friends, grain-free VIPs, and welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode, where we are talking about what are the most important things for your grain-free lifestyle. Your journey to a delicious, grain-free, allergy-friendly lifestyle begins now. Now, before we get into it, please say hello in the chat below as you're coming on and being notified that I am here live with you. Please say hello. And if you're catching this on replay, please use hashtag replay. I'm going to be quick today. I'm going to get right to the point, and then we're going to talk food. Okay, what is the most important thing in your grain-free lifestyle? You need to be happy with your grain-free lifestyle. Thank you so much for the sound check, Arlene. Oh, I'm so happy that you all can see me and hear me, and we are good to go. You need to be happy in your grain-free lifestyle. Now, how are you going to do that? Okay. Well, when I started my journey in 2012, it was like a deer in headlights moment. And I was like, I gotta go grain-free. What are grains again? It was wild. Now, I had motivation, and if you are watching this, I know you have motivation too, and you're coming here for that little dose of motivation, inspiration, education, so that you can smooth your journey, take the bumps out of it, and eat something delicious. Well, what could we eat that's delicious and grain-free? Oh, I don't know. Maybe some brownies. I am taking these amazing grain-free brownies to some friends this afternoon. There are no gluten, no grain, no dairy, no eggs, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no lectin, no legume, no nightshade, no sesame. And these brownies are amazing. Now, you have to be happy with your grain-free, allergy-friendly lifestyle. So I'm asking you, what is the reason that you're grain-free? Go ahead and put that in the chat if you're seeing this. Are you grain-free because of your digestion? Is it because you're trying to manage a chronic health problem? Do you have some tummy troubles that are going deep below? Do you have chronic inflammation? First thing, what is the reason? That is part of our motivation. For most of us, we are not satisfied with the protein and veggies lifestyle that we're all told to have. And when people say why, my response is, anybody who ever suggested that I live with protein and veggies and be happy with it never spent a decade doing it. So let's not even go there. Okay? I know it's not enough for me, and if it's not enough for you, then you are in the right place. We want motivation. And we start with overwhelm, and we're like, what do I do? I don't know how to do this. And we go back to the protein and veggies, and we find out it's not enough. And then we are in the overwhelm, and it keeps cycling. So we want to get out of that overwhelm and into motivation. And once we've got the motivation, and we're like, brownies, yes, I want those. Well, the next step is education. These are really good. I'm glad I baked these this week. My husband says I'm not baking enough, so he has requested to learn this recipe. He just learned the chocolate chip cookie bar recipe. Now he wants to learn the brownies, and I am like, yes, because then I can break new recipes. Now, so it's motivation. We have a reason that we want to create this dream grain-free lifestyle, and then education is how we do it. And we want to be able to taste success, because tasting that success is going to feed the motivation. So that's the three priorities to make us happy with our grain-free lifestyle, right? We're going to find our motivation. We're going to ditch the overwhelm as we're doing it. We're going to get educated. We're going to learn about grains, grain-based ingredients, hidden grains. You know, those 150 grain-based ingredients that are lurking on labels don't look anything like the grains that they're made from. You know, modified food starch, fructose, glucose, maltodextrin, and the list goes on. There's 150 of them. It's wild. So we want to learn what those are so that we can ditch them and escape the consequences that grains wreak on our body. Because it's wild. It's so hard to enjoy a grain-free lifestyle while you're constantly being exposed to those hidden grains in your food, your personal care items, and your household products. So we want to ditch those and get those gone. And we have to learn what they are first. And that's where education matters. What else are we going to learn? Well, we're going to learn the techniques that we need to turn grain-free ingredients into real, delicious foods that you will swear are the real thing, because they are. They are just made with different ingredients. And then we want to taste success so that we can start eating like normal. These brownies are just the beginning. I'm sure what. I'm going to resist the temptation to have another one. Put these over here where I can't reach them. Okay. Motivation. We know we want to eat like normal. Yes. Okay. Now, some of you, motivation might be health. Motivation might be getting out from under some nasty stuff that you're dealing with. Having more energy. For others, you might have a little person who you're supporting, and that little person has some pretty intense dietary needs. And they are in a state of constantly missing out. That is where I was at one point. Myself, I was missing out, but then I had a little person in my life who was missing out, and she looked at me and she said, I'm not going trick-or-treating. They're going to give me chocolate, because she had a chocolate allergy. And I was like, oh no, child. You are going trick-or-treating. You're not going to get, she didn't have an anaphylactic, she didn't have a contact allergy. I said, but we will make the switch happen, and we will get you safe candies. Point being, the way that little person tugs on your heart, that's motivation too. Excuse me. Now, once we have our motivation, we have our reason that we want to be grain-free, we need a plan. We need to break things down into small steps. With my grain-free VIPs, we set a goal. And if I've got 20 VIPs on a call, each one of them has a different goal. Who's healing from celiac and they need to be all grain-free? Who's just avoiding gluten but they need gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free? Somebody else is managing lymphedema. Someone else is, well, a couple other people are supporting children, and everybody has their own goal for what they want. Somebody else wants to break a recipe for grandma's pierogies, and we're all there, and we are all working together. Everyone learning, because that's where we go from motivation, because education is what makes it happen. When you know your grains, and you know your 150 grain-based ingredients, and then you get to the point where you're like, what's like to cook with? And then you are able to create foods like the brownies, where today I'm making tuna salad for my husband. I actually have grain-free bread in the oven. It's grain-free, it's dairy-free, egg-free, soy, corn, almond, cashew, peanut, sesame, lectin, legume, nightshade, and yeast-free, because that's what we're avoiding at our house. And I've got my lectin-free mayo, and I am going to use tuna because tuna is safe for us, but I'm going to use a grain-free, dairy-free ranch seasoning. And I'm gonna make that magic happen, right? Because we need a plan. We have to eat throughout all this. We're not gonna sit there and take a 6-month seminar and then after 6 months, oh gosh, we'll figure it out. No, we gotta eat in between, right? And that's why we need to figure out those small successes. So for my VIPs, those small successes look like their first loaf of bread, the first time their family sits together and they're all eating the same thing, like cheeseburger casserole, or chicken cheddar broccoli bake, or they've broken a recipe and they've made tortillas and now everybody's having tacos together, and that is one of their first successes. And that motivation feeds itself, because once you've tasted success, you want more. So let's break this down. If you are watching this now and you're going, that sounds great and I want it, but I don't know how to make it happen, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to use my calendar link to pop on a call with me. And together, we're gonna explore your dream grain-free, allergy-friendly experience. We'll be on a video call and I'll give you some tips and we'll see if I'm a good fit to support you. If we are a good fit to work together, then we'll move forward with taking your motivation into the success that you can taste within just a few weeks. With my VIPs, they make the same progress that I've made in more than a decade down to 1 year, because nobody has time for this. It shouldn't take you 10 years to learn to eat like normal, right? You've got the motivation. You're here, you're watching this, and you're like, yes, I am going to do this. So let me teach you. And how do I know I can teach you? Well, because this is my 23rd year teaching, and taught a lot of people a lot of things. With my VIPs, I teach them about hidden grains. I teach them how to avoid that, and I teach them how to use allergy-friendly ingredients to make the foods that they thought were gone from their menu forever, like this mayonnaise, like the ranch seasoning. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, we'll hop on a call, but you've got to use my calendar link so that we can explore that grain-free VIP experience together. Okay? Now, what are you gonna get? Well, you've got your motivation, right? But we're gonna go from your motivation and we're gonna create your plan. What does your dream grain-free, allergy-friendly lifestyle look like? Go ahead and drop that in the comments. Tell me, what does your grain-free, allergy-friendly lifestyle look like? What are you eating? How much time a week are you spending cooking? For me, recipe testing aside, I spend about 5 hours cooking per week. That's it, done. That's my whole week of cooking, because I use techniques to expedite my time, meal prep, and really take the brain work out. So I'd love to teach you. Now, we've talked about education, right? You need to learn what grains are so that you can avoid them. Otherwise, you'll be doing what I did for the first 3 years and constantly getting exposed to hidden grains and other allergens. How did I get exposed? Oh, I decided to clean with white vinegar. Didn't know that white vinegar was made from grains. And so I'm cleaning and I'm being all healthy. And the next thing I know, my hands are all swollen up. And it took almost a whole week for my hands to calm down from the inflammation and pain that immersing them in white vinegar caused. And that's where education, knowing your grains, your grain-based ingredients, where they hide in foods, can save you that headache and literally the physical pain. All right? So you want to learn your grains, your grain-based ingredients, and the techniques you can use to make grain-free, allergy-friendly ingredients behave like the foods that you thought were gone forever. So there's no grains, dairy, egg, soy, corn, almond, cashew, peanut, sesame, lectin, or legume in this mayo. But it looks like mayo and it acts like mayo in all my recipes. It's pretty amazing. Okay? And you want to taste success. So what do I mean when I say taste success? Well, you've got your motivation, you've learned what to do, and allow yourself to really enjoy the foods that you are creating, the foods that you are enjoying, so that you can eat like normal again. So right now, for those of you who are watching, what is your favorite food? Forget about grains and allergens. What is your favorite food? Maybe it's the one that you thought you would never enjoy again. Go ahead and put that in the chat. What's your favorite food? And why do you love it so much? And then use my calendar link so that we can connect and we'll explore the VIP experience. And I've got to sign off. But I just want to remind you, I believe in you, because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe.